All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kwakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Well. Peace, blessings, and salutations also to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, and also listening on to this truth. All right, with whole heart sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your houses. All right, the title and topic of this lesson is going to be on the blackouts. All right, and right now, or this article right here from the End Times headline right now, there's a emergency alert going on right now in about the Mid-East, or I could say Mid-East or Northeast region of Babylon, as you can see here on this map here. It shows you the states that's affected. It's about 13 states that's affected by this. I'm going to just read a little bit on this article here, and then, we just get straight into it. It's titled, Prepare Generators, Largest U.S. Power Grid Declares Emergency Alert for the Second Day. According to Zero Hedge, PJM Interconnection LLC declared another energy emergency alert level 1 through Friday. Excessive heat advisories and a warning cover much of PJM's grid across 13 states from Illinois to New Jersey with over 65 million customers. All right. And I will go down a little bit more. It says PJM has issued these alerts to help prepare generators for the onset of intense heat, the grid operator said. This is the second day the largest U.S. grid operator declared a level 1 emergency. On Thursday, PJM's preliminary peak load was around 148 megawatts and is forecasted to peak at around 155 megawatts later on Friday. PJM expects hot weather to persist through Saturday. Bloomberg data shows average temperatures across the lower 48 are expected to peak on Saturday and possibly revert to 5, 10, 30-year averages. Also notice how the yearly temperature averages have plateaued for the northern hemisphere summer. All right, so that increase in that heat, man, it's so hot in the world right now, especially in Babylon, that the power companies aren't even able to handle all the electricity that's being generated by these houses, by these people, by their customers, man. Right? It's so hot, everybody's running their AC, right? And if I'm not mistaken, man, I believe your AC alone, right? Because I had the electric company come to my house, the other day, because I was having some issues with the power, and the guy basically told me, he was like, yeah, your AC unit alone runs about 3,000 I think it was like 3,000 megawatts of electricity, man, when it's running, and if you got your stove on, your AC on, the lights on, right, what was it again? I think it's like your washer and dryer, the fridge, and all these other things, it makes about 6,000 plus megawatts is being pushed out of one household, man. And what they said they got about 65 million customers, man. Right? Now, if all the people running these things at the same time, man, it's going to cause their power grid to crash, man. When that blackout happens, man. Same thing with EMP attack. Blackouts all around, man. And that blackout will affect people. And I have this other resource here also. Open it up, for the psychological, mental effects of a blackout. All right, and some of the key points of what it could do is stress, social isolation, substance abuse, mood disorders, post-traumatic stress disorders. All right, when there's a blackout, it could affect you, psychologically, man. Right, a lot of people gonna be bugged out in these times, man. Let's read a little bit on the mood disorder. It says people with mood disorders can also be dramatically affected by power outage. While sunshine is best mood booster, electric light within homes and businesses can also be bright and cheery, giving a much needed emotional lift to someone with depression or a similar disorder. Without these electric lights, patients with mood disorders may feel sadder, more anxious, and more depressed. Right, so a blackout could induce depression on people, man. Anxiety and so forth, man. A lot of people are going to be going mad out here, crazy out here. Same thing when we had the lockdowns, man. People were, depression was getting increased, suicidal thoughts, suicide was increasing this time, man. So imagine when there's no power and you're in that same isolated type of, environment, man. And let's also and, touch up on the stress too. It says living without modern conveniences like a refrigerator, electric stove, microwave, lights, and other essential causes a lot of stress. People struggle with anxiety as their perishable foods are put at risk. They may not have the access to enough water or to hot water, which stimulates anxiety related to personal hygiene. Places of work may be closed, causing underprivileged families even more stress because of lost wages, man. Right, so they're not gonna be having access to their, the things that's so quote unquote convenient in this place, man. Because a lot of people don't know how to be self-sustained, don't know how to live off the land. They won't know how to cook food without a microwave or a stove or an oven and so forth, right? They'll be good as dead out here, man. There was another article I read, a while back that basically said, if an EMP or a blackout was to happen in Babylon, right, within the first, I think it was like 48, 72 hours, about, I think it was like 80% of the population, like I'll say like 60 to 90% of the population, or 60 to 80% of the population would just die off, man. That's a scary thing right now when you hear it. But hey, these are all things soon to come, man. That's why you have to be, have to first and foremost serve Yahweh Shem outside, man. So that you got that hedge of protection around you. All right, and also be, prepared, spiritually and mentally for what's about to come into this place, man. All right, it's gonna be full-blown chaos, all-out anarchy in these streets, man. People gonna be stealing, looting, putting people to death. All types of wickedness is gonna be happening, man. All right. This is 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, verse 40. It reads, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evil days be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Right? You're going to have to be as pilgrims upon the earth. When you look at pilgrims, they're constantly going from place to place, living off the land and so forth, man. So we're going to have to be as pilgrims on the earth in the times of trouble, man. All right, the times that we're getting ready to enter into. And majority of people in Babylon do not know how to live off the land, do not know how to be pilgrims, man. Right? Don't have the necessary skill set to survive out here, man. Right? That's why it's always good to, tap in with those, survival, the survival videos on YouTube, survival tricks, survival tactics, those bushcraft type of videos, man. Because those different things you see could come in handy in those times, man. All right. Those key, what's the word I'm looking for? Those key, skills, right, will come in handy in times of Jacob's trouble, man. All right. But as we see, a blackout is looking like it's pretty much inevitable. All right. In the Midwest, that's like a Mid-East, Northeast region of Babylon, man. As the heat continues to rise and rise and rise, right? I was doing a little bit of work on the plantation, and I was talking to this lady, and basically she was like, "Man, it's so hot outside. It's getting hotter and hotter." I'm like, "Yeah, that's the time we in, But that's going to show you, man, this heat is no joke, man. That's going to cause, a lot of things to go wrong, man. People dying from dehydration. Also, it was saying too that, without the electricity, a lot of people not gonna be able to have running water. So now it's hot. You're not having access to running water. Power's out. Gonna die from dehydration, body overheating. Right? Yeah, that's why we have to serve Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shah. This is Exodus the 10th chapter, verse 21, and it reads, and the Lord said unto Moses, "Stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt." And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither from any from his place, for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling. And that was one of the plagues that the Most High put upon Egypt, man. A plague of darkness, man. Darkness is a terrible thing, man. Right? Not having light, not having power, man. People will bug out, man. If when you was a kid in your room late night, you don't have no power, you're in the dark, you start thinking you seen something in the corner, start hearing things, right? Scared and whatnot. Not knowing where to walk, try to walk in the dark, you bump into something that you can't see. All right. Your mind start playing tricks on you. All right. That darkness is no joke, man. That's why a lot of people gonna perish around in that time, man. Especially if an EMP hits. You know, because if you're driving a car on the highway, car just shuts off at high speeds, you'll crash. Planes falling from the sky because the EMP hit them. You know, everything that's being operated by electricity that has people on it, man. Hey, a lot of people gonna die in that time, man. You know, that's why we gotta continue on serving Yahweh Shem Al-Shah. Pray that we, you know, do everything be found pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Shem Al-Shah. All right, and that we have that hedge of protection over us, man. All right, because we gonna need it. All right, especially in these times we coming into. All right, and it reads Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is the treasure, right? Strength, the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures is going to be what keeps us stable in these times we're coming into, man. Right? A man of the Lord is going to be a true high value, high commodity thing in these times, man. While everybody's going crazy, everybody going mad, people losing their mind, bugging out, you're going to have the man of the Lord who's stable-minded, who's going to be stable because they have that wisdom and knowledge and understanding of these scriptures, man. You know, this Bible is truly what's valuable, right? Not all these different worlds in the book, man, right? Even though you may be able to, you know, take the meat from a bowl, extrapolate different things from it, whatever the case may be, you know, the bread and butter of this thing is truly coming from the Bible, man. That's what's going to keep you stable. That's what's going to hold you down in these times we're coming into, man. You know, these scriptures and serving Yahweh Shem Al-Shah. All right. But hey, no point has been made, you know. Lord, when this was edifying to the elect of Israel, all right, you know, the blackouts, you know, is pretty much inevitable. So you got to be, you know, prepared, you know, spiritually, mentally for these things, man. And continue serving Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, man. But with that being said, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles agreeing this were well. Peace, blessings, and citations to those for elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, and listening on to this truth with heart sincerity. Until next time, shalom, and the Baba Ba. Kwame Yasharallah, shalom.